Hey team, Katie here from Equestrian Movement, and today we're doing our in-hand work in preparation for Sully to be ridden. So how we do our cue training, our acceptance of contact, our relaxation work, and incorporate our connection work in our series, building trust, confidence and faith in each other in preparation for riding Sully. So before I sit on a horse's back, I want them to have acceptance of the saddle and moving with the saddle on and the restriction of the girth. And I also want them to understand what the rein cues mean, so that we're not using the bit pressure as a way to control, but we're using it as a way to communicate. Sully also has a stifle lock, which you'll see come up in under saddle when we're doing our turns. So she gets a little bit sticky on some of the turns because her stifle locks up. When we get into the saddle, the reason why horses can kind of bronco, and they will talk about getting bucked out, is just a sheer panic about what you're doing in the back of the saddle. If we have done our connection work well, when we hop in the saddle, our horse is like, okay, you're up there now, and they don't have a meltdown over it. And so that's what I like to do with the horses that I work with and that I back, is that I don't buck them out. I want them to basically not be aware of the fact that they can buck me off, because then we're going to, at some stage have other riders on them. And we want them to be feeling safe, secure, relaxed, and consenting of the ridden process to give us the best opportunity for them to look after their rider. So this training is part of our connection series, and you can see in our ridden process where we're going to incorporate some of the things that we were working on the ground. So when I ride a halt and we stand still, we're doing some softening work. I want her to show some relaxation cues and some softening before we move into the next ask. So we're teaching her to just let go of that mental tension that comes up in the training process, in learning, in carrying a rider. That's what our emotional agility and our self-regulation is. Instead of allowing the nervousness of the experience to stack on top of each other until she gets over threshold and then she can no longer control herself anymore, we're gonna have little breaks and little moments within the training process to get her to just bring herself back down to her emotional neutral and then bring her back up again into work. And that has been of particular benefit considering she is an Arab mare, so she can be quite highly strung and flighty, but then also with the stifle lock, it's uncomfortable for them. So until it strengthens up, she's going to have to figure out how to work her body around these turns and unlock her stifle. And you can see, and this is one of the things that makes the green broken horses have a little panic, is just trying to balance underneath the rider. So you'll see where she has her little wobbles and where she gets stuck on the turns and that kind of thing. And it's just allowing her, this is what psychological safety is allowing her to kind of figure her way through this process. There's no wrong answer. She's not going to get in trouble for, giving her best effort and for trying. We want to finish on a positive note, feeling like she could have done more. What would this training session look like if she was proud of herself? And we're just, bringing her back down into a place of feeling safe, secure, connected, building trust, faith and confidence in me, and then stretching the goals from there. So nice little relaxation cue and softening there. And we just want to keep trying to build that into each breath moment, the between the asks. So between each walk that she does, between each like halt and then getting ready to go again. We want to see some relaxation cues and some softening. That shows to me that she is managing her nerves and she's resetting herself and she's organizing her body, because she's got a bit of work to do with this stifle lock here to get around her turns, and to release where it's locked itself. It's not severe, like she's not dragging her leg or anything, but it's still uncomfortable for them. And so then we can have a horse that has an enjoyable training process, that feels proud of itself and understands how to be relaxed to look after its owner. Hope you've been enjoying the connection series, and until next week, happy trails.